You are now in the Black Box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, a.k.a. VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Snake in that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spider Loke. You know I'm in the Black Box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
Jeter, gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing to be back in the Black Box as we blow a succession. The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. Those are the 7 C's as we navigate those. I'm the captain of the ship, SPI Easty, a.k.a. VJ Keyway, Mr. 1597 himself, very own host of our R&R Hour where we roll up, relax, and randomly reacts. I know that's RRRR, but it's still R&R. You dig alive to these random content in these YouTube streets. 504 Street Story says that the New Orleans jail worker was framed. He ain't had nothing to do with it. It's fresh off the press. So with no further ado, let's see what the janitor in New Orleans has been up to. They call him maintenance worker. I call him janitor because janitor, jailbreak. Y'all know me in alliterations. I just like to see all the J's in the title. My bad.
We continue to follow breaking news as the escape of 10 inmates from the Orleans Justice Center 5 days ago. We've learned a maintenance worker at the jail has reportedly been arrested in connection with that escape.
In the New Orleans jailbreak, a maintenance worker at the Orleans Parish Justice Center has now been arrested and booked into jail.
In New Orleans, quite the development here. A local jail maintenance worker now under arrest, accused of helping 10 inmates carry out a brazen escape last week.
Tonight, officials say the breakout at a New Orleans jail was an inside job, arresting jail maintenance worker Sterling Williams.
Mr. Williams is absolutely innocent that he was used as a tool by the escapees and is being used as a fall guy by Sheriff Hudson.
Yo, let me tell y'all about a story that they don't want y'all to hear. A story full of lies, setups, and snakes in power trying to bury a man alive just to save their own skin. See, this ain't just some movie script, this real life. This that dirty South Heat, Orleans Parish, where the system run crooked and loyalty, that's rare. Now picture this. 10 inmates busting out of jail, not 1, not 2, but 10, and all eyes locked in on one dude, Sterling Williams, a 33-year-old maintenance worker who.
And that picture was Sterling right there. I don't know why he just hit me as innocent. And it seemed like, I don't know if it's because the story is saying what it's saying, but right there, he looked like they were just taking advantage of him, making him the fall guy. Oh, my mama, probably my cousin, Williams. Sheesh.
Just clocked in like any other day, just trying to get through his shift without no drama. But now they got him looking like he planned the whole damn escape.
What they had suspected for days that this may have been an inside job, the evidence has actually led them to that. According to investigators, soon after the escape on Friday, they started interviewing employees at the jail there, and they actually talked to Sterling Williams, the maintenance worker there, and he was the one who admitted to investigators that during the escape, in the early hours of the escape, the inmates asked him to turn off the water to the toilet, that they would move out of the way and crawl behind.
Yeah, you heard that right. Sterling got slammed with 10 counts of simple escape.
They didn't go through that little square. I don't give a with nobody said.
And 1 count of malfeasance in office. Malfeasance meaning he's supposed to have done something shady while on the job, like helping inmates flee. That's how they spinning it. But let's peel that back real quick. Sterling wasn't no CO, no high-ranking deputy. Man was a damn maintenance worker. Fixed toilets, changed light bulbs, unclogged drains. Ain't no badge, no taser, not even a damn radio most days. Yet somehow they got him pinned as the mastermind behind one of the biggest jailbreaks in New Orleans in years. Now, who really believe that? But here's what the stakes say went down. Sterling gets arrested down in Plaquemines Parish. Cops say he admitted to investigators that one of the inmates told him to cut off the water in a certain cell. That cell Same one they claim the inmate used to make their escape. Y'all following me so far? Now here's where the shit get wild. They say instead of Sterling reporting the request, which would have been protocol, he went ahead and cut off the water. Just like that. No questions, no nothing. They acting like he got on the radio and was like, yo, let's flood the system. Nah, the Attorney General out here fronting like Sterling confessed to the whole damn operation, like he gave him blueprint to escape. But let's keep it real. The whole setup smell funky from the start. She said Sterling told him an inmate threatened him. Not just any inmate either. This man right here, Antoine Massey, known runner.
That threw me off when he specified a specific inmate.
Dude already got a ref for slipping out the system, and now suddenly Sterling telling investigators that Massey threatened to shank him if he ain't cut that water off? Bruh, that sound like survival mode to me. That don't sound like no inside job. That sound like a dude trying to stay alive. Sterling even said this. He ain't just scared of the knife. He said Massey tried to snatch his phone too. Try to make him bring over some Cash App info to his cousin in the next pod. Now, what type of mastermind plan that?
He looked like the type of motherfucker that you think you could get away with that with on my mama.
Sound like to you? Sound more like Sterling was stuck between the rock and the shank. Get it? Rock in the hard place, rock in the shank. Yeah. Pressure bust pipes, and clearly that pressure was real. Let's talk about that toilet, cause here's where the official story starts falling apart, like cheap drywall. They say the inmates escaped by removing the toilet after Sterling turned the water off. But check this here, there was no water on the floor, not a drop, no signs of a flood, nothing. Anybody that ever done plumbing, work maintenance, or hell, even watched a YouTube video know this. When you cut them pipes, water gonna come out. Ain't no stopping that. If they pulled that toilet loose and there was still water in them lines, their flow should have been soaked. The whole pie should have been flooded, but it wasn't. They also claim the inmates used this tiny ass hole to slide out one by one, waiting in line like they at a damn fast food drive-thru. Now come on, bruh. 10 grown men squeezing through a little space.
If that's the case, why was they so close together in that mob when they was on camera? They would have had a lot more space in between them, more one by one.
Space like that, not one guard noticed, not one camera caught it, and each one of them just waited their turn, quiet as a church mouse? Nah, fam.
They make it seem like they waited for each of them to get through the hole before they broke away. That's what they didn't do. Whoever got through that hole, as soon as he got through, he got on, if that's how they did it. But the hole is way too small. That's bullshit.
Shit cap. And now all of a sudden, Sheriff Hudson want to take accountability, stepping to the mic saying she owned the responsibility. But just last week, she and her team was pointing all 10 fingers at everybody but the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. That's what you call a political pivot.
Hey there, so I want to take you straight into the council chambers right now. It is a heated meeting. Sheriff Hudson is inside. And again, this has been going on for quite a while. It is getting heated between the sheriff and council members. Sheriff Hudson said today that I take full responsibility, and we're learning a lot of new details. The escape, we know that it started at around 12:30 a.m. OPSO discovered inmates missing at 8:30 a.m. And according to LSP, they were informed at around 10:03 a.m. NOPD was getting info from the media and the Fusion Center. We learned today that NOPD Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick actually called the sheriff and was notified at around 10:30 a.m.
See, they ain't worried about the truth. They worried about optics. She ain't owned nothing till it was too late, till people started asking questions, until the setup started looking like what it was, a damn setup. Let's get real for a minute. The DA and sheriff office ain't trying to investigate no system failure. They're trying to save face. That's how the hell 10 inmates escape on your watch, and the only person charged is the dude unclogging the toilets? Make it make sense, homie. And that's the part they don't want the public to think too hard about, cause once you start pulling them threads, the whole thing unraveling. Sterling might have played some part. Maybe he made a mistake. Maybe he was spooked. He damn sure ain't act alone. It put that man in a no-win situation. Either help or get stuck. Either comply or catch a blade to the...
Yeah, they can't do him like that with them 10 charges. Like he said, they scapegoating him. Somebody got to pay. That's fucked up. He looked like, man, man, I ain't going to do that. I got to do this. I'm not doing him like clowning, but he looked like, man, what I was supposed to do, man, they was tripping. And now he can't, now he locked up. They gonna have him in there like he a rat. He just had a bad, his life turned into a movie. That's a bad day. If they pressed him to participate, he just got the short end of the stick all the way around. He should have just reported that shit as soon as they got at him. He wasn't in on it. They didn't pay him. He wasn't like, hey, I just want to see y'all get free. They pressured him into this position. If he did start off any water, but I don't see how they got through that water. That don't make sense to me.
The gut. That's the environment behind them walls. Pressure, fear, and survival. He ain't resist arrest, got booked into New Orleans jail without incident, like they said. But then they ship him off to another facility, quiet like that, no press release, no perp walk, just gone. They ain't protecting him, they making him disappear. Let's believe you me, because if he start talking, if he really tell what happened behind them balls, some powerful people might have to answer for it.
Is breaking news on WDSU.
And right now we are following breaking news surrounding that jailbreak at the Orleans Justice Center, as we're now learning a maintenance worker has been arrested for allegedly helping those 10 inmates escape early Friday morning.
Now the world looking at Sterling Williams like he's some jailhouse villain. But the real ones, they know better. They see the play. They know when a man being used as a scapegoat is to cover somebody else's ass. And we just getting started. Alright, so boom. Now they done got Sterling cuffed up and moved out. They trying to act like the whole situation under control. But let's keep it a buck. This ain't about no control. This about covering tracks. This about throwing one man under the bus so the whole damn jail system don't collapse under the weight of his own lies. Cause look, Sterling ain't the one who opened them doors. He ain't got no keys. Ain't got no access to secure doors. Ain't got no say-so on who goes where and when. All the man had was a wrench and a uniform. Somehow he the criminal mastermind? Come on, bruh. Be serious. You mean to tell me out of all them COs, lieutenants, shift supervisors, nobody noticed 10 inmates disappear? They ain't seen it on camera, ain't heard nothing, ain't smelled nothing? They just magically vanished? Nah, see, somebody let that shit happen, and they needed somebody to blame. Enter Sterling Williams. Now let's circle back to this water cutoff narrative, cause that's the thread they using to tie this man to the escape. They say Massey, that dude with it rough for running, told Sterling to shut the water off, and Sterling, instead of running it up the chain or telling the CO, he just did it. But yo, they leaving out one key part. Why he did it? Sterling told investigators plain and simple, he was threatened. Massey said he would shank him if he ain't cooperate. That's not helping, that's fear. That's survival instinct. Dude just trying to make it home. And
yeah, because if he report that, they get Massey up out of there, he might have left the duty with somebody else to follow up. Send a kite. You can't expect the janitor, unless y'all just was gonna get him up out of there altogether to a whole nother facility. I mean the janitor.
Let's not forget, Massey wasn't alone in that pod. He had goons, he had backup, he had reach. This ain't TV, fam, this jail. Pressure real in here. One false move and you on the stretcher. Sterling ain't no fighter, he maintenance. He cleaned up messes, now start them. Now peep this. They say the escape route was behind the toilet, and once that water got cut, the inmates pulled.
Now that hole all of a sudden looks larger. That is like a bigger space.
The toilet off and dip through the hole behind it. It stopped right there. Anybody that's ever touched plumbing know what time it is. Even if you shut the water off at the valve, there's still water in the lines when you disconnect the pipes. That pressure let loose and water gushes. That's just science. Somehow the toilet came off and not one drop of water hit the floor. Miss me with that bullshit. That's the evidence of a flood. Where's the soaked cell? Where's the puddles trailing through the pipe? There ain't none. You know why? Cause that ain't how it went down. Then
I'm trying to say, I thought my mic was on. Is this the space, the blue, or this little square that they saying they went through? Because if it's this little square, that's hard to believe. But now these gridded boards, they might have, like they kind of bent, spread them open. I don't know.
And there's the hole they say the inmate squeezed through. Yo, that thing's smaller than the crawl space in a Rose Motel. How the hell 10 grown men fit through that? One by one, without anybody hearing a damn thing? You mean to tell me every dude stood in line, chilling, waiting their turn to slide through a concrete wall? Fuck out of here. It don't add up. Not even close. Now the media eating this story up like it's gospel. It repeating whatever the sheriff office feed them. No questions, no doubt. Just Sterling did it. Headlines and mugshots on every screen. But the truth, that's buried under politics and panic. Sheriff Susan Hudson, now she want to act all responsible, talking about taking full accountability. But real ones know she only said that because people started digging. Folks started asking why the cameras ain't work, why the alarms ain't go off, why the jail even got busted up infrastructure in the first place. That's when they needed a fall guy. And who better than the low-level maintenance worker with no power, no union protection, or no voice? Sterling fit the profile. Quiet, unarmed, replaceable. So they hit him with the charges. 10 counts of simple escape, 1 count of malfeasance. Like he broke all them dudes out by himself. Like he's some kind of evil genius with a toolbox and a pipe wrench. But you and I know he ain't act alone. And if you listen close to what Sterling told him, you'll hear the cracks in the story. He said he was approached. He said he was threatened. Who even think of stuff like that? That ain't a man working with the inmates. That's a man being used by him. Pressured, pushed, scared for his life. So when the state say they turned off the water because he wanted to, nah. He did it because he felt he ain't had no choice. Let me ask you this here. If he was so involved, if he was really the inside man, why he ain't just removed the toilet for him? Why they gotta do it by themselves? That's another red flag they don't want to talk about. You mean to tell me he'll risk his job, his freedom, his whole life, but he draws the line and taking and rents to a toilet? Nah, bruh. That don't fly. Look at the chain of events, real close. First, the escape happened, then the media panicked, then Sheriff Hudson disappeared for a hot minute, only to return saying she taking accountability. Then bam, Sterling get arrested. It's a classic move. Drop one pawn to protect the castle. Make it look like the system working when really it's just shifting blame. And now Sterling facing real time. They talking charges that can land him behind bars for years. All while the real issues, the security failures, the broken system, the lack of oversight get swept under the rug. This man got caught in the storm, and instead of helping him, they threw him in deeper. Why they ain't investigate the entire staff? Why they ain't interrogate the COs? They ain't even run down the administration. It went straight for the lowest man on a totem pole, cause that's easy, that's quiet, that's convenient. Now he's sitting in court trying to explain the unexplainable, trying to defend himself against a system that already painted him as guilty. They got the mugshots, they got the news clips, they got the story crafted, and the truth still waiting to be heard. All right, now let's keep it real. This whole escape, it ain't just about what happened, it's about what didn't happen. Ain't no COs fired, ain't no lieutenants under investigation, ain't no real smoke sent towards upper management, just that boy Sterling. They put it all on the man who sweep floors and fix pipes. Now let that shit sink in for a minute.
Why did Sterling even admit to turning off the water? Did they realize the water was off? Why he didn't turn it back on? Was the water off so long that's why it was dry as a bone? I don't know, but Sterling do look like kind of like a victim on gang.
This is J.P. Banks.
Make a slap true.
Okay. You niggas is out this, no, you not a factor and you ain't got no name. Yeah, you niggas won't even go unless they say so. Stop playing and go get your man. Okay, look, overkill, yeah, I go for real. I knock you down, Holyfield, oh, this is not a drill. Oh, we didn't kill him, we still know how that 40 feel. They post him on IG, said he's still working on his motor skills. But so what, nigga? That's show luck, nigga. Now I'm on your main block, doing donuts, nigga. Had a dream when I was younger, now it's so much bigger. I've been sharpening the needle, now it's sold up, nigga. They captivated, cause I'm activated. You being bad until the Johnnies get the cracking cases. It's so sad when that nigga that you grew up in that sandbox with spit a beans and he tell all your business. Better guard your feelings, look. Sliding back like when the gun cocked. You get robbed and killed here like it's a one stop. Another couple homies every time the sun drop. And how you questioning religion cause it won't stop. On game, on game. You niggas is out this, no you not a factor and you ain't got no name. Yeah, yeah, you niggas won't even go unless they say so. Stop playing and go get your man. Go get your man. On game.
Death though before dishonor, I'm on the honor roll. On my mama's soul, nigga, I'm a roll. I'm a low. Know it sound kinda cold. Smoked it. Now his folks gotta find the hole. Everything, wrong area where he was. Now it's necessary that they bury cuz. Only time she ever seen him in a tight suit. Got the drop on him, no time to try and shoot. Hop out and get live while my bitch drive. Bullets by the box, going back and forth to Big Five. Baby Spider, no brain, I've been on the bang. Throw them things like God, that's on the game. In the street, looking for the obsolete. Pop the heat and repeat till they obsolete. Ride for my dead ones, do my niggas proud. Get my man Mando, no shooting in the crowd.
Okay, okay. You niggas is out this, no you not a factor and you ain't got no name. Yeah, yeah, you niggas won't even go unless they say so. Stop playing and go get your man. Go get your man. Okay.
Nigga in that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga is Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
It's Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the fuck?
My nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Bud, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nate Bud on Hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, crack.
Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box. Whoa! With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
We say Spider Low gave Black Wall Street a pass today. So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the fuck?